your music and sports lifestyle station, Radio 92 FM. Great Saturday morning it is. Of course, we're standing here by for Sound to Sound with your top 20 coming up shortly. Make sure you stay tuned for that because we have a monster show coming at you this time of the morning. 19 minutes after 1 o'clock as we say good morning to you and you and you and welcome aboard. Want to give you a taste of this here one. It's called Twinkling Stars by a man called Gladstone Anderson. One of the Jamaican vintage artists. Always tickling away on the keyboards. This is a brand new one by Mr. Gladstone Anderson, Twinkling Stars. And of course, you know he has been doing it for years. He's on the Radio 92 FM with this one this time of the morning. Gladdy Anderson, tickle away, my friend.
Jamaica, one like a teeny-weeny beautiful island in the Caribbean. These days, the world over has been influenced by its great music. Calypso, mento, ska, rocksteady is the foundation of this tough music. We can also see the origin of rap or remix in ska and rocksteady music.
I would say maybe the last music. That is why it's never the number one music. It reaches everybody, but it's really the last music and creation, man, reggae music.
All music still is a form of, there's a certain attraction in music. It's like sweet candies or drugs. The music basically has that effect on people, same way. Reggae, a ballad music, a Jamaican music. I just rap the music now, but I guess it's a promotional tool. But anyway, reggae music is very, when you listen to it, when you listen to it, it might sound mystified and difficult, even to musicians, but the whole one dropped.
Because people could identify with the reggae sounds as more like a sound like, it was something like the cry of a people. Political, but emotional too. It was really like social commentary, what was happening. And the people could easily identify to that.
The music is accepted and is very powerful internationally because the things we write and sing about happens everywhere. The injustices that happens in Jamaica, they happen in every country. There's hunger in every country. There's corruption in every country. And every people thrive for better living. So, that's the reason. It's Jamaican.
That's the kind of music mankind needs round about now. Music to bring people together more so than, I think man in general has a problem round about now. Instead of reconciling with himself and his environment, they seem to choose to war. For what? What is all these wars about? What are they fighting for, everyone? It's here in Jamaica too. Kids walking around hurting each other. What are you fighting for? Nobody knows. It's happening over in the Middle East. What are they fighting for? You're fighting for land, earth, space, you're going to be buried in it. So what are you fighting for?
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Oh, oh, oh.
Society, what are you doing to me? Tell me. do you treat me this way? Tell me, when will I get my pay? I work for you in the burning sun, sometimes in the pouring rain.
A lot of people, I can tell you, a lot of guys used to come into this music stuff.
Your work is so hard.
Most of the artists are suffering people.
I suffer.
Most of the Jamaican artists came out of the ghetto. When I say ghetto, that's where the sufferers are. Some of us are making some money now, so we can live comfortably. But most of the Jamaican artists come from the suffering areas.
But looking at things in reality,
let me tell you, say, as big as Bob Marley was, he came from a suffering area. We had nothing. We had to make ourselves into something.
Bad boy shot and killed Carlton's son just the other day. Them take him for the wrong person.
When will I be free? Society, why do you treat me this way? Tell me, when will I get my pay? Society. Society.
Channel 1 studio are the Hitbound studio. A pure hits come out of that studio. But it have a lockdown because too much bad boy control the area. And a pure bad man thing going down there. So everybody afraid to go down there because I just wickedness increase every day down at Channel 1 studio.
Let's drive, let's drive. Right.
It's a gift, you know. This music here, it's like our oil, you know. It's like oil in Arabia. It's a gift for poor people in Jamaica. It was meant for us, a means of survival, you know, because we have seen it done its work by uplifting a lot of poor people, you know.
And any day now, anywhere now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say every man must fall. But I swear I see my reflection, yeah, somewhere so high above this world. Hey, oh, I see your light come shine, yeah, from the west and to the east, singing every day, any day, anyway. I shall be released. Sing it one more time, yeah. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be leaving.
That's my thing, me I do. I'm not deal with all of it.
Sorry to make me do this.
Yeah, man.
Orange Street, Orange Street is a historical place by itself, you know, because Orange Street was one of the first streets in Jamaica to have so many record shops and recording studios and all of that, you know. There was Tuff Gang down by the bottom there, you know, but now in the 80s here you only have Techniques records down there, and you have Legos and you have Rockers up the top there. You have Prince Buster next door, you know. Prince Buster is right next door there, so it's a good history. Good, great history too, yeah.
You have a good mind, you want to tell you about your part. Well, this is part of my neighborhood, you know. I come from West Kingston. This is part of West Kingston, where we used to have Beverly's, we used to rehearse around the same corridor as a group before we went to 2-3.
But when this record was a distributor during that period in Jamaica.
We normally live around West Street, but we have Slim Smith there, go on the next corner there. We practice by Beverly's there, around there. At the same time, we just start singing. You understand?
Who else is living in the neighborhood?
You used to have Dennis Brown here. You have Slim Smith here. You have as singers, you have, you know, well, strangers used to live in Jonestown. But all of us used to congregate in this area. All of us is from this area. Majority of us came from this area. We gather here and everything inside here, this area. We meet here. This is part of the meeting spot here. And we used to come at Prince Buster Place and all them things. At the time, you just upcoming singer at that time. He was nowhere. So you just start. So you just come around and look and try to find the places. Yeah, so Gladys Anderson was one of our main, he used to be the person who rehearsed us a lot, you know. Gladys Anderson was one of the main players with us. Every time we had a rehearsal, Gladys Anderson is the one who played the cards, who look on the cards, instruct us, tell us what to do. He was a major player with us too, with all artists. He's a major player with all artists, Gladys Anderson.
Gladstone Anderson. Everybody know him as Gladdy. Them man they a big keyboard player. Them man they a play in the business from me eye and me knee. That from way back in the 50s. Now although Jamaican music scene change year by year, them man they still keep them cool and them gentle sweet character. And him never want to stand out as a musician. Him just want to play good music. I just them thing them focus on. You see me I say?
Gladys Anderson was the first to create ska, rocksteady and reggae in Dukeweed studio. I feel very proud of myself. Yes. Gladys Anderson, the original.
No.
Let me tell you, this rhythm, boogie woogie, was the first boogie woogie in the early time of Jamaica music. I play for you. this is boogie woogie rhythm. First rhythm in Jamaica music in the early 50s, played by Gregory Isaacs. Tuff Gang was Tuff Gang in that time. It was a studio, but it never that big as it is that time. It's a little studio by the name of Carlton Manning in the Corey. Ken Corey was the owner of that studio, and it was a little one-track recording studio at that time. So Bob used to go there from school days and record, sing and record there.
Cousin Alton Ellis, one of the patriarchs, one of the icons of Jamaican music. Not just reggae music, we're talking about before reggae. And that is way, way, way back. You know, his uncle, my father, is a chief musician. Plays the tenor sax, Leroy Anderson. So it's a musical family, it's not just Bob Marley. We were before that time.
Yes, Rita Marley. Coming from family. Yes, Rita now. When she born, she grew up to be a nice little girl. And she was a little girl that she always liked to sing.
Gladdy is great. Most people don't know. So I thank you for bringing him back to the mainstream, because he's great, musical. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Jamaican music first was calypso. It was a calypso coming from a Negro spiritual thing, right? These feelings that people have in Jamaica, it's coming from slavery. See, it is coming from the slavery that from Africa come here. These people used to work on the plantation, and they used to sing when they're working. You're using your pick and your shovel and you're singing, understand? And it developed into what we call a Negro spiritual. And then came some guys playing guitars and banjos and start singing calypso. Because that what they call rhythm and blues in America is actually a slavery, coming from the slavery stuff, see?
It started from like a ska, and it started from Mentor really, with Zoot Sims and those guys making that Mentor thing, and then went on to ska, you know what I mean? And then the lyrics of the songs were completely different from American and English music, because it was always mostly protest songs.
The development of music in Jamaica is it's a long and outstanding thing. It really started from a thing called Mentor, you know, the original thing, you know, and then it went to calypso and moved right up to, you know, merengue. Then we have, you know, ska, you know, and then reggae, you know.
About it before there was ska. Okay, it started with as far back as the Virgin's Opportunity Hour. It started back as far as that. And that was like early 50s.
So most of them songs that them guys were singing first was overseas, American-based songs we did over in, not we, I didn't record any of them. See? But when I used to sing on the stage show in the theater, I used to sing songs done by Brooke Benton or Nat King Cole. That's what I used to do in the theater. Yeah, I used to be singing like Nat King Cole, Brooke Benton, songs like higher than the highest mountain and deeper than the deepest sea. That's how I will love you, oh darling, endlessly. That's what we used to do in the theater.
Alton does it. John Holt does a lot of that too. The Wailers, a lot of, you know, that's a bit of our foundation in perfecting our sound and direction. Yes.
Well, the most inspired producer at that time was Clement Dodd, Coxsone, and also Joe Creed, because there was only the two producers.
After leaving the Jamaica military band, I went searching for some more spiritual vibes. But in the course I was also doing introduced to Mr. Dodd a concept which I figure would have been a Jamaicanized concept, as they used to go to America and buy records, you know. So we figured, hey, we could make records here. Well, it did so happen.
He was making records for the sound, and somebody, Mr. Goodall, who was working at Federal Studio time, said to him one day that, look, this thing can be marketed, you know, because it was made just for the sound. Then his intention now was to go and make record for marketing purpose. And that was the session that I was on.
It's raining. Tears on my eyes. Since you gone, all I see is cry. Won't somebody help me? Somebody help me. Can't you see that my baby is left me? She left me reeling, rocking, walking cold. She left a note last night. She won't be back no more. If it's raining, it's raining.
This place is originally Joe Creed studio and record shop where we used to sell and liquor store. This is where we start the original ska. And my first time I went to see him and tell him that I would like to sing and I'd like to do a audition, take audition. So when he had a keyboard and I start to fool around the keyboard, and when I start to sing my song, it was a song by the name of Hello Sam, we are going to the promised land. He ain't coming back to this land with the pork and ham. And doing between in singing, and when I finish the song, I said to him, Bloody, would like you to come and do an audition for me. He said he going to do some audition with some artists, and I would like to come and audition the artist for him. I said yes. He had a audition, and it was a Sunday, and he said he would like me to come the following Sunday to start the audition with the artist for him. I went the following Sunday, and there were some artists like it was Ken Wood and artists like Babandi and those guys, you know. And I started to audition them. He said, okay. It was a time when I started with the keyboard audition. Then you have Sir Coxon's. He also started the recording, to the audition business from recording. I went to his place and start audition for him too. From there on, I start. Bob Marley was in the time of Bob Marley time, you know. He come to audition. He was one of the early regular artists that we record to.
People who believe in triumph. We are people who believe in not staying where people put you, but move, kick down doors. We have ska, we have Rocksteady, we have reggae, we have dancehall, we have sing J, we have DJ. So Jamaica music is not just about reggae. So it's not the rhythmic factor is one reason. The lyrical factor is another reason. But the main reason is the people who practice the music, the people who go to the stage and sing and play. They are the ones who are taking the music around the world.
This is ska.
Changes came when they started to play ska.
Ska was really the beginning of the Jamaican dance music.
Well, when I was small, I was ska going on. Ska.
I go to France, I see ska band. I come to Japan, I see ska band. I go to America, I see band. Ska band. Well, I haven't been to Britain lately, so I don't know what's going on there. All over Europe, I've been and I've seen this thing. Like a phenomenon.
I play for you now a little bit of my creative rhythm from in the early 50s. This rhythm was played through a musician by the name of Roland Alfonso, one of our trombonist, Dan Drummond. I was playing a rhythm and it was a little too slow. And he told me to lift the tempo a little. Gladdy, lift the tempo. And he said, yes, Gladdy, that tempo is very right, that tempo. And this is the tempo I play, and they give title of a tune, Eastern Standard Time. That rhythm now, it becomes the international rhythm faster because it start playing with more up tempo, and it start to go. Cha, 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 cha. And when doing it that way now, you start playing. That's how the hand start. So when you finish playing that rhythm now, I say, well, this rhythm sound like ska, like a ska thing. The rhythm going and that tune become a number one tune, the tune, and call that rhythm ska rhythm, ska tempo. And from there on, we start to play ska.
But the ska, we started with the ska. As a matter of fact, it got its name from a word used by Fred Johnson, a name that he called most of his friends, Skabooby. Whenever he meet his friends, whichever one, Skabooby, everybody was Skabooby. As long as you're friends, Skabooby what's happening, so.
Duke Studio by Dan Drummond, Roland Alfonso, Tommy McCook, and I think the trumpeter was Johnny Moore, the trumpeter.
I don't remember the guys that I played with the Scatterlights. But we used to play a lot when we were at Duke Studio with Supersonic. Gladdy was more in the Duke end of things, more so than on Cox's side of it. As Coxon had Jackie, Gladdy was more over on the Treasure Island side of things.
Jackie me too was an artist, keyboardist that played for Coxon. I was the one who started off Coxon before Jackie me too. So all those artists is my students.
But there's one thing you can say. Tommy McCook and all the Scatterlight. Those are the major players in reggae industry. The major players, the key players who create a lot of songs in this country and contribute so much to it. The foundation of the music industry. Those are the pioneers. You understand?
I presented a name, Satellite. And we sat around a table discussing the situation, and Tommy said, well, we played ska, so let's call it Scatterlight. So it's an incorporation of the word ska and satellite. You know? when Scatterlights did a lot for the music. A lot of music, even today's music, if you check most of the rhythms that are coming out of Studio One, are Treasure Eyes, either the Supersonics or the Scatterlights, which is the same people in a sense. You know? There's different happenings with the same people. So I think they lost out when they just let that ska go. They should have retained that, you know, regardless of the Scatterlights going down, but they should have kept the flames burning and it was done. It's just a pity that it never lasted a bit longer. We might have had some really nice music somewhere along the way.
Well, after we start to work that we know, the next guitarist that come, it was a guitarist by the name of Lynn Tate. After he joined us, the rhythm become change because the rhythm change knows the styling that guitars have. Come with a style and I with that scat drop the tempo back a little with a rocking in it. So it become Rocksteady like, you know. A rocket feel it I want.
Gladdy was there with me all the time because of one thing. My accent of speaking like a Trinidadian in Jamaica was very cute to Jamaicans. The small island guy didn't talk cute. So Gladdy used to talk for me. I used to tell Gladdy, and Gladdy do the talking and counting the band and practice the singer. That's how I met, that's how I get to know Gladdy very good. You know, it's in a recording session by Duke Reed.
Scatterlight fell through. It wasn't the happiest moment of most of the players' life. I mean, with all they fell down, people were missing, certain things were missing. And the music just gradually slowed down. So I guess the Rocksteady came out of Studio One again. Somebody in Studio One, I don't know who coined the phrase Rocksteady, but because the music, it slowed down drastically, it came all the way down. So it was just like an easy rock, it wasn't that critic stepping that he was doing with the ska, so I guess that's why they called it Rocksteady. But after the Scatterlight fell out, then that came in, you know.
It really happened out of one personal mood. It's not a direct effort to say, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make it slower. That wasn't the idea. A lot of people say this. Nothing like that. Say, people was in the studio and say, oh, make we try something because it's too fast and hot. Nothing like that. It's a mood. And because I was doing that slow mood, the musician have to play what the singer is feeling. It is a simple process. And it's so clear to identify because ska music have a walking bass. Dum 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 dum, and the piano playing say dum pa pum pa pum pa pum pa pum pa pum pa. If you do it on the piano, the left hand will be playing the beat, the bass. Boom 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 boom. Right hand playing the after beat. Pum pa pum pa pum pa pum pa. And that's the perfect illustration of ska music, and that was happening. Then Girl I've Got a Date came on the scene where the walking bass doesn't play now in the Girl I've Got a Date. It's a bass line with more notes than just dum dum dum. You get dum picky ticky ticky dum. Dum pi 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 boom. The line begin to change. Girl I've Got a Date said Boom, 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 boom. Pop, pop, boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. It's not walking anymore. Boom, boom, boom. That's the first Rocksteady music. Then, and it was a little bit up because it was on the borderline of ska and Rocksteady. This was on the borderline. So it's up tempo, but the bass line is different. Until we take it down a little bit now. And we get songs like Get Ready Rocksteady, Ain't That Loving You, Why Birds Follow Spring. So we move completely from ska now. It's down slower and the line is more notes to the bass line. And I was I spearheaded that song and everybody began to go in my direction.
The first Rocksteady song.
Yeah, first.
Now Take It Easy.
Take It Easy. That's
Alton Ellis. Which session? The session that well, I was with Federal Recordings, and Federal bring these singers into the studio for us to listen to them. When they okay the singer, they drop him in the studio to rehearse. I'm so glad he could hear what going on, and we sit back and listen to what's going on. And Hopeton came, and he couldn't. The song "Take It Easy" was supposed to be ska, but it too, the words can't mix with the beat. Take it easy, take it. It sound cute.
Yeah.
So I told Gladdy, slow down the tempo, so that we could hear. Not knowing we could have turned to be a different music, and we slow it down.
Rocksteady is much slower. It have a feel like a lover's feel. That is Rocksteady.
Because it's great, it's good, it's the best. And it's very relaxing, some of the reggae, and some of the ska, and some of the Rocksteady. And it's romantic. It's sweet music.
Have been used back now to make this song. So that's why I'm telling you that the Rocksteady is the soul of the Jamaican music right now. One job, Rocksteady.
Well, that is something that's very interesting. During the period of Studio One, I was with Treasure Isle. I was part of Treasure Isle. But there was a rival between the two studios.
Don't be Coxon, hear that rhythm again too. Want that rhythm too. Towards the sound system them, cause then them have a kind of sound clash whenever every Saturday night them play. Like a clash between the two sound them. Linty now and I now start to play Joke Reed and for vocal artists, vocal that they used to have that singing, yes, that's how made the rhythm get to stand out more.
What makes it so competitive is the singers. You have this group, it's so good, like Bob Marley and certain singers. Like for instance, Juke Reed, you have the Paragons, and you have Alton Ellis, plus you have Techniques. Studio One may have the same set of guys sometimes too. But you make a tune, Juke put out a tune today, with an artist, Carlton come and put out the next tune the next day, and that tune swings. You as an artist there have to be very competitive.
We just go to Studio One and we do audition and, Yeah, man, this album here, man, I really prize this album, This is a special album to me because
Like I said, in 1967, I went to Studio One for audition.
While Duke Reid, bless his soul, prefer original songs. So that was a big difference.
He later compiled the songs into an album and called the album Bob and the Songbook, which is one of the best known albums out of Jamaica and out of the Studio One stable also.
Duke Reid, for me, was the best producer. And he don't interfere with the musicians and their music. You know, he let us do what we are there to do. And if you hear it, and most times he okay everything. He said, well, do the next song. If you don't like it, he would let you know. He'd tell you, well, change the song, you know, find the next one. Or change the bass line or something, you know.
And at that same time, we get a whole idea at that time because that competition helped us as singers. Because you cannot go back to the Duke with the same thing. You cannot go back to Cox with the same thing. You have to have a change. So during that period, it was very interesting and it was very good for the artist, for the producer, for the business in generally.
And enough respect to Mr. Clement Dad, you know, because when we went there and we were harmonizing properly, good. And Mr. Dad said, well, guys, you sounded good, but you need to go back and listen to radio, you know? And we went back, and what he was actually saying is that lyrical content, we need to more commercialize, you know?
One of the pleasures I had at Studio One was to be able to be interacting with the Wailers, Bunny, Bob, Peter, Rita, Precious, Dream, Ken Booth, Delroy Wilson, Carlton and the Shoes. That's where I met Marcia Griffiths, the Gay Lads. In the early 60s there, just after independence, Clement Dad was the first Jamaican black person to own a studio.
And you could spend more time in the studio with the artists than Coxsone, because Coxsone wasn't ever there too tough. But Duke Reid was always there when his sessions going on. And he would fire blank shots in the air when it started to get nice. Oh, well, Duke Reid had guns, but you know, like, that was to protect his business, because he used to run a real large liquor store in town. He was the controller of downtown Kingston. So he used to have his, like, guns in case someone tried to steal him or rob him and stuff like that. But when we're in the studio and the music is like sweet, then he would fire a blank shot. Those were blanks, you know, they say, blow, blow. He was the first gun salute man in Jamaica. Is the best producer that I've ever worked for in Jamaica. I don't see a better producer than Duke Reid up until today. No Coxsone, nobody, none of them.
Kiss me once, girl. Kiss me twice, girl. You're sugar and spice, girl. And everything nice, girl. Love me forever and I'll be true to you, girl. Well, basically that was Love Me Forever. That was in 1968. That was the smashing part of the Rocksteady music. Love Me Forever was released 1968. And it was a big hit all over the world, selling millions. I didn't know about it because Studio One keep telling me, we're trying with it, but not happening. And then 1981, Dennis Brown took me to London. And that was something. When I got there, they sent a limousine for me, took me to Capitol Records to have lunch with the Capitol, with the crew of Capitol Records.
I can tell you, I individually used to say that Duke was a thief.
Well, Downbeat is an imitator.
We make the music here, and the producers carry it overseas, and they make money out of it, and when they come back, they don't want to give the artist nothing. And if the artist don't leave Jamaica, his music might be #1 someplace overseas, and he doesn't know about it.
But when I realized he's not really a thief, that is what you value. You value $1 at that time. Whenever you get big, your value stepped up. You demand what you want because you have value now. But when you don't have value, that is the man taking him chance. You don't care if him lose. But he's taking him chance. So when him take him chance and put you big, you accept what he gives you.
Ain't it brown? It's been gray much too long. Brown sound to sound. Owen Brown sound to sound. Coming through on JBC.
From the sound center of the great Caribbean, Jamaica. Welcome one and all to Obi's Reggae Connection. My name is Owen Brown from Kingston, Jamaica. And here comes Mr. Gladstone Anderson. Here come three young brothers. Yes, they have been in the music biz for many years, and of course they have helped to shape and form this great music called reggae music. The Melodious Melodians, and the name of the song, It's My Delight. Here comes the Melodians, It's My Delight.
Words of comfort, it's my delight. Darling, I've grown to love you more every day. When all my dreams will come true in every way. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Stronger than the north winds, higher than the mountains. That's my love for you. I will never hurt you, nor will I forsake you. Darling, be true. It's only a matter of time. When all my dreams will come true in every way. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No JBC and them and that thing. There was one thing, Radio Fusion. You know? Yeah, man, and we started here ourselves for the first time on that as the Heptones, and we went to Coxon, Studio One. And first song we did, but that was released, was called A Change Has Got to Come. A song about, I'm gonna get mad, 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 mad. You know? Yeah, and after that we did like about 4 other recordings with Jackie Me Too. You know, Jackie Me Too was the studio arranger and producer then. You know? So we recorded with Jackie Me Too some other songs. Next release was Fatty Fatty, which was a major all island hit. Even though it played like about 3-4 times on the radio and was banned. You know? Played it was still a hit because of jukeboxes. Because of sound system and jukeboxes, it became a big hit. You know, and from then the Heptone was really born. You know, it was hits after that. We did like 4 or 5 albums, you know, straight Studio One. I'm feeling I say now, when you feel it, girl, you're gonna say it. I say now, when you feel it, girl, you're gonna say it. Girl, I know you want it, that's it. And you're gonna get your love to me. Get it, gotta go.
I'm still in love with you, girl. I'm still in love. I'm still in love with you. My favorite song, I'm Still in Love. And we did a tour in London and it was successful. Well, came back to Jamaica after 3 months and I did not like Mr. Dad attitude. So 2 weeks after I came back to Jamaica, I went back to Treasure Isle and began recording for Treasure Isle again. In so doing, Mr. Dodd from Studio One sued Treasure Isle Recording Company. And that's how I went to the States for the first time. I was taken to America to avoid the court case. So I was in America for like about 3 months. And I returned because of the death of my mom. I returned to Jamaica. And I buried my mom, and I didn't travel again. I stayed in Jamaica. And the story continued from there. I began to recording for both studio now. Treasure Isle and Studio One. Treasure Isle, Studio One. You know? And doing well. Doing very well for both studio. Maybe I wasn't #1 at that time, but I was still in front of the business. I was in the top 3. And I would say the top 3 at the time, top 4, the Wheelers, Ken Bood, Paragons, Alton Ellis was in the top 4. And Daddy Uri came on the scene with a terrible impact.
This is like when I was a young man, you know? young man, this, you know? It's me.
This station rules the nation with version every time, y'all.
Through Tubbies, Tubbies and Duke Reed was friends, and like John would come by a dance one night and hear. I don't know if it's John or someone come by a dance and hear my DJ on the Duke Reed with him, you know. And go back and say to Duke Reed, say, boy, I hear a DJ with Tubbies out. I want to hear with him. Man, bad. So right away Duke Reed called Tubbies and tell Tubbies he want to talk to me, you know. Because Duke Reed was this man who, when I used to go to school, Duke Reed is this man who had a big gun over him shoulder, with him shot them around him waist and him have a hand gun on him hip. I used to say to myself, what do you think he really is? Like you want to intimidate people, you know? So I don't really too into really much. But so I got to tell Tubbies, someone see me and I go check him. I know what I want to see about him. And tell me, well, like some busy video, you know, because I used to he's a bad DJ, you know. So yeah, you can feel it. He's a man who knows the music. You hear me? And him don't take any stupidness. You can't get Duke Reed no stupid tune and tell him, hey, this is it. And Duke Reed tell you, say, yes, he love this. You can't bet. They have a hit. I grew up in the ghetto. When I used to play a sound system dance, until this time. At that time, sound system dance was like poor people enjoyment in other words, you know? Like, cause not everybody can afford to pay some money going to a club or chill out till the night. So really the poor people, them enjoyment and young people like myself we get ready for me dance a week time, you know? Some good dance, you get ready for that. It's like, it's the thing. By 10 o'clock, dance jam pack, you know? Jam pack and promote and make back the money and everybody a smile, you know? No, the difference now is like, you see, I'm gonna leave him yard at 4 o'clock and say, I'm gonna dance.
Well, I used to listen to Daddy Rai, Godfather, you know.
Stop the people. Yeah. For this is long time, John called you, but you don't want to be coming. So Babylon, just stop you coming and come. Yeah, for Jaja called you, but you don't want to be coming. So Babylon, just stop you coming and come. For Jaja call you. Yes, so Jaja warn you.
We DJ over the version of the music, just instrument, no voice. We play the voice first, and then we play the version, and then we DJ over the version. That was dancehall DJ, you know.
Hey girl, never don't say
about. Them on them two no see enough road, so I want to get. That's right. They got them losing their position. And the style of the way much on you.
You know, the DJ was a totally different thing, right? You know? The DJ would just put the song on, you know, cause what them time there normally, man, me just have me up on the mic and you say a couple things with the mic, yes, because yeah. But next week Saturday night, all road leads to 21 Penn Street. You'll be dancing to Dr. Dick's Dynamic, and you know what I mean. And during the song playing, you make a couple sounds, but not a lot of thing for interrupt the music. You know, we don't do nothing for interrupt the music. You just set things like in time, not many things. Like wow, yeah, now, you know.
Version is the dub plate, dub. You know, you DJ on the version, just instrumental, no voice, just your voice, live. You know, we just play the version, like would I say, here come the counteraction 2, you know, and before we play the counteraction 2, we play the part 1, which is the voice. And then when that play for like 3 minutes, we just say, now here come the counteraction 2, you know. So we play the version, you know. So that was a type of DJ. But nowadays, DJs, 2 turntable, and then we'd say, yeah. Them they are the DJ nowadays, you know. And DJ, disc jockey, on the radio station, different thing too.
In my time, I never knew of no rappers. They used to have a store named La Paracine downtown where at Christmas time them get young guys to come in and rap parcels to give to when you know when you buy things and wrap things in paper to give to the customer. That's the only type of rapper I used to ever know about them time. You see? So I never know of no rappers them time. If you want to put James Brown and Louis Jordan and Louis Primo, if you want to say the man that was rapper, well yes, the man that was before me then. In terms of recording, I think I am the first man who really put my voice on a record. And there's no doubt about that, no question. First DJ then in Jamaica that put the voice on record, it's me. I want big up all the DJ them, man. All DJ, I have to pick them up because, yeah, trust me, it's my co-workers them. And them keep the DJ business alive. And the DJ team will never go nowhere down or go back. It will go forward as long as, you know, we have some conscious youth. Because every country going on. Every country there is a DJ. So there is no way you can stop that from going on. You understand? You don't have to have them way, just like how I used to have my way. And I never expect that from my time till this time I could have been doing the thing with the youth them I do now. So it look. Big respect to the youth them think is different from my thing. You see? A youth love tax slackness, it's up to him. That's the way of making money. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. I put him
Automatic smell remote control and anything to match them soul. What about the art? Never been told. It's a result, it's a record, some love reggae music, some the soul.
Yeah man, people love that because, alright, you see ska, Rocksteady is the original reggae music, you know. You know, reggae music emerged from ska to Rocksteady to reggae. You know? So people love the vintage music. That's the reason why the reggae come back in the dance hall because
what about it? It will never die. It's like vintage soul music. Like the Beatles, it cannot die. Because it feels good. So it cannot die. Vintage reggae.
I mean, personally, I've grown up on some of it at least. When I was first introduced to the business, that was the form of music I was making at that time. So I love it, you know? It's my inspiration.
Most likely, yeah. Because when you want to do something in the music now, you have to listen back to the music back then to try to create now. Because the music back then is more special.
I personally love it. I listen to it a lot. It's where I learn from. It's my teaching. It's my school. See, so that's where I go and study. That's my university. Vintage music, actually.
If the foundation artist passed away, they need like one of these new era artists then to really make that song live on. Can go on stage, perform that song, and people say, yes, I remember that song, you know? So it's sort of introducing the younger folks to the older set of music so that they can accept where the music is coming from.
We went for collaborations between newer artists that were more well-known to the now generation of buyers, along with the original artists that recorded the songs. And off that album, we had a hit single again with Sean Paul and Sasha, I'm Still in Love with You, which is on the, you can see the platinum, double platinum album there, which that song was also released as a single, went to the top 15 on Billboard and R&B chart, top 100 on R&B charts in the US, and top the British charts as well. And that showed that there was a demand for good old music. I felt that those songs, a lot of the songs were well written, you know, the production concept was good, and we needed to keep these music alive. Hence we continue, you know, to record some of the songs of the past, which we love very much.
One Japanese ska artist, him named Naoyoshi Kozu. Him join a Kingston 1 week later, and them record one calypso song down a mixing lab studio. The very next day after him come, them use some big musicians like Gladdy Henderson, Gladdy, Scully. Them man they known as, you know, them man originally was Zoot Zims. I have Johnny Dizzy Moore and Light Parks.
Aye, what you want, Mr. Howard? I'm gonna be skilled, them all out, you wanna get after.
A Clive, A Clive that? No, son of Clive.
Scully Boo, Gladdy Anderson.
No, me, watch him out. Let me tell you something.
Scully Boo, Scully Boo, Scully Boo. Oh, that long time we not meet, what? Scully Boo.
Scully Boo, are you too?
And you too. Give time to break. Yeah, I'm call upon this.
Yeah, me know, before you leave, give me a number now.
Yes, take it because boy, I wonder where they more time. I wonder where they.
Who are my family? Who are my hungry to see you in a Rasta? Hungry to see you, you know.
Yeah, man. Where
you the tribulation and things.
Yeah, man.
Where you see who job bled?
Chop down. But yeah, after the connect, get them money go buy. We love it now. Listen, little fun. Give them after this now. Ding dong. Pom pom pom. One, two, three, and...
I want to dance all night with you. I want to dance with no one else but you. I want to dance. I wanna dance. I want to dance all night with you. I want to dance all night with you. I want to dance with no one else but you. I want to dance. I wanna dance. I want to dance all night with you. Girl, you turn me on. Girl, you keep my strong. You get the energy like the sun. I go to hit the spot. How I wish you never stop. I want to dance all night with you. I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance with you. You know I wanna dance, you know I wanna dance with only you. Come with me, do your thing, dance the funky thing.
After the track was mixed, we could have catch a calypso feeling from the song, you know. But it sounds totally new. 'Cause I know that's a new thing sound, always different from the old thing. One might believe that people stay in Kingston every day and imitate past things. No, it's not so I go. Them always have new things on the table in Jamaica.
You find everybody's, that's what I'm telling you about changes. That's the way reggae music goes. A guy will get up today and change the beat. And that goes along for a period. Next day I get up within a couple of days and change the beat too. And it change. But at the same time, you have to go along with it and make your changes too. To satisfy the needs of the time.
And in terms of sound system, I will always have a sound system. And the reason why, this is how I started. So I will always have my sound system. Trust me. This is just the way I take it. And
No, we're not mixing now. What we're doing, we're running it off from the tape to a hard drive. Okay? Because we're using computers now. Yeah, I recorded someone on this. So I'm running it to a hard drive.
Where birds are white and the air is free.
this love is burning in you and me. Burning in you and me. My heart is hanging from a slender thread when you are near. Be always near.
When we done in a plant, with them argument like
I think I made the first Rocksteady in Jamaica, which is Ruff'n Tuff, because Ruff'n Tuff in the days of Ska, the tempo was very up, and Ruff'n Tuff was the only slow-paced ska music you have at that time that break down the barrier, that slow ska. And this is an turning point of Rocksteady. So I would say Ruff'n Tuff is one of the first Rocksteady. Yes, well, me and Gladys become not just friends but brothers, you know. It all began, I mean, Gladstone and this is out there long before me, because he's known as one of Jamaica's #1 keyboardists. You know, most of the things that I was taught in musically, was taught to me by Gladstone artists. You know, and you play with Johnny Nash too. Yeah, man, all of the great people who come to Jamaica, Gladstone Anderson play keyboard, you know. I was there, he was in the hall that they come to, you know, playing keyboard. He plays on most of the Toots thing, a lot of the Gregory Isaacs thing, all of the Paragons thing, the Alton Ellis thing, the Melodians thing. When you talk about recording and piano business, this is the man, Gladstone Anderson. Yes, he's a king of keyboard. La 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 la. La 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 la. Just like a river keeps flowing by. That's all my teardrops falling from my eyes. Darling, why did you let me cry? Da-dum-ka-dum, da-dum-ka-dum-bum. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ding 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 boom. La 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 la. La 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 la. Dum dum pa dum pam pa dum pa dum pa dum pa dum. Yes.